Good morning, Tabernacle. It's Martin here. I was given the opportunity to share the TABdaily this morning, and as I did, I was actually reading through a section of Scripture in Matthew 24. It's about the faithful and the evil servant. And I know that sounds like maybe more of a downer, a convicting section of Scripture to do an encouragement from, but my night last night, I think, offered me a little bit of perspective I'd love to share with you. See, I was doing this movie night for students, and I came up with this plan that we were going to watch Nacho Libre on Zoom. It was going to be awesome. I tested it because I'm a big planner, and I wanted to make sure everything was right and it was going to work out. But it didn't work out. It didn't even work out a little bit. I was frustrated. Students were laughing. It was great because they had a good time. They were just making jokes at my expense because I couldn't make it work. But I found myself really, really frustrated. And I started to think to myself, this is a total failure, an absolute waste of time. But it wasn't. And I realized that after the fact, only when I got a message from a young lady that said she actually wanted to talk to me about being baptized. And this was kind of her reach out opportunity. She's a little bit more reserved. But I thought, how cool was it that in what I thought was a total failure, I got the opportunity to have a conversation about baptism. I don't know what summer's going to end up looking like, but I do know somebody's going to get wet and the Spirit's going to be on it. And that was worth all of the failure and all of the frustration. So as I reread that section that talks about when the master returns, he will find his faithful servant doing his work, and that the evil servant will be found being lazy and getting drunk and carousing. I realized that if you read that and you're like me, your first thought is, I got to go out and find some work to do. I've got to get busy and get to work. But I think God provides the work. I think it's not at all about what we think we need to do, but instead what He provides us to do. See, there are opportunities to serve all over the place right now, and when we answer the call upon our heart, we do what God's calling us to do, we find ourselves, well, in His will, as opposed to frustrated and trying to make something happen. I don't know if that speaks to you, but as I read through that, I think that that's one of the most important things that I can remember in the midst of quarantine. That I don't have to make work to find to do, but instead I can trust Him to be faithful to provide for me what He has created me to do. And sometimes that's just joking with students. Maybe it's writing a letter. I don't know what it is for you, and I hate trying to convince you that it is something. But be open to what God has for you today. Be His faithful servant. Be found doing His work. And trust that He's going to provide that work and that opportunity for you. I love you guys. Have a great day.